New construction homes are in high demand, but I often hear the same frustration. The rooms feel too small, there's limited yard space, and people are tied to an HOA. Today, we're going to be touring a new construction home right here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida that checks the right boxes. Let me show you around. Welcome to the channel. I'm Janelle Barajas, a South Florida real estate expert, and on this channel I tour new construction, resale homes, luxury properties, and pre-construction properties across South Florida. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss a weekly video. We're in the Shady Bank subdivision in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and we're going to tour a new construction two-story home which features 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and 2-car garage with 3,042 square feet of living space, and is currently listed at $1,799,000 in an area with no HOA. Now let's begin our tour. As you open the front door, it leads you into an open layout. As you can see, there's no coat closet, but in Florida, we don't really use coats, right? And from what you see here, this is a move-in ready home. We're currently standing in the living room, and in this modern interior layout features high ceilings, anchored by large high-set windows that really maximize the natural light and offers views of the sky and palm trees. Really, in South Florida, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. These windows here above the front door are positioned with a west-facing exposure. And right above the seating here, in the seating area, you have recessed lighting. So for this living space, you can really place a large carpet here in the middle, just to give you some insight, with maybe 2 sofas, a couple armchairs, a nice coffee table in the middle. You can also place like an accent table right against this wall with a nice frame. Okay, so now let's walk into the heart of the home, which is the kitchen. I'm loving the minimalist look, clean look with the large central island. Just look at the neutral colors of the lower cabinets and upper cabinets. The lower cabinets have like a light whitewood tone with a gray accent, and the upper cabinets extend all through to the ceiling, which is great for storage. And here, if you come over here, you'll see, and right above the sink and the dishwasher, you'll see just an open windows here. And the windows have views of the outdoor area, which is great for when kids are playing outside and the parents really have to pay attention while they just, wash the dishes. Now, let's redirect the focus to this island, which I would say it seats about 5 people. And we all know how necessary an island can be, where you can get together in the morning with your family, or possibly after school, or during dinner time, or where you're talking about your day, your goals, your dreams. And you can also place your own pendant lighting above the island, and you really have good space between the island and the stove. So just tell me, what do you think about the kitchen? Let me point out the electric stove and the vent above the stove. Double door fridge. Brand new. All right, so follow me. From the kitchen, you walk into just like a storage-like area. You can put your own shelving here and really just make it your own space. I mean, for these Costco families, this is good spacing for any of your Costco hauls, or just additional storage you need for your pantry. Now we walk into the 2-car garage, and this is where you obviously store your vehicles, but some families like to convert this into a gym space, your own space to work out, whether that is Pilates, whether there's workout equipment here. I mean, this is great spacing to really just do what your heart wants. All right. Okay, so now again from the kitchen area, we're walking towards your washer and dryer setup. And it's a good spacing here, you know, if you wanted to have the washer dryer here and just more space so that you can, you know, maybe have additional storage for the dirty hamper, clean hamper. Now we're going into the, you would think this is the bedroom, but it is not. It is, I would say you can use this like an office space. It has good lighting. All right, so you have, you know, nice recessed lighting in abundance, really, that there's floor up here. You have your AC connection, and you have a nice large window that oversees the exterior, and that is the view to the west. I'm sorry, the view to the east. So the sun essentially rises here. You don't get a lot of the sun exposure through this room, but you do have a lot of landscape out there that helps too. And then in between the kitchen and the living space, you do have your half bath, which I absolutely love because, you know, you don't want your guests to be in your personal space when they're using the restroom, and that gives them that, right? We love, love this. All right, so from this direction, we're going upstairs. This is where the bedrooms are. You have primary and the other two bedrooms. There's also a loft area up there, which is absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look. All right, so we've gone up the stairways, and again, as promised, your primary bedroom and your other two bedrooms are going to be up here. But before that, you'll first step into the loft area for the additional room space. And in this space, you can put, you know, essentially additional sofas is what I've seen other layouts to look like. Essentially, you'll have like a sofa maybe facing this direction or a sofa facing that direction, another sofa mirroring the other, and just a nice little accent coffee table possibly, and you can oversee the road. So I would say this view is your best view when the sun is setting. The ceiling, the skies, it's just beautiful, glorious. So it's a good way to just wind down. Now tell me, what do you think about this area? I absolutely love it. Now let's go into the primary bedroom. This bedroom has a really nice outdoor area that it's quite large actually. And look at all the space that you have here. You could put a nice patio set out here in case you just wanted to, I don't know, just have coffee out here. You have the west exposure in this direction. And you have some greenery back here, right? And let me point out the recessed lighting up here, which is great for, let's say, if you didn't want to come out here during the daytime, if you wanted to just sit outside during the nighttime, the lighting is great, right? So tell me, what do you think about this bedroom? I promised you it was going to be a large bedroom. This is larger than the average bedrooms that you see in new construction. They also have recessed lighting. I would say in this space, you can fit definitely a king size bed. And then you're walking into the closet. What happened? Oh, okay, that's okay. I'll cut that off. So you're walking into your walk-in closet, which is, I mean, I love, right? We need the space for the shoes. We need the space. I don't know. I love the drawers. All right. I mean, this is great sizing for the primary bedroom. And let's show you the bathroom. Okay, so here in the bathroom, you're going to have a freestanding white tub positioned against the wall with white brown vertical wood tiles. And then you have a window right above the bathtub. And on the wall, you have the shower fixtures with the shower head and a faucet control panel. And then you have dual sinks. And the shower tiles do go up to the ceiling. All right, so come with me. I'm going to show you the second bathroom. And the second bathroom, it's different, you know. I love the tiles, and I also love how they put it up through the ceiling as well for maximum exposure, right? So here is your second bathroom. I would say this is bathroom for the kids. And it also does have the recessed lighting. It has the window. And I do like to point out that these windows are frosted. So no one can see in and no one can see out, right? So that's necessary for just privacy. All right, so coming from that bathroom, you're going to lead into another bedroom. And this bedroom I really like because you also have, it does have a smaller outdoor space, but it's still I like the opportunity that you can open your sliding door because it also has a sliding door. The sliding door and the small little balcony there, which you can just put plants, maybe a nice decoration if you didn't, you know, if you're not a fan of heights. Because as you remember, this is on the second floor. And then you have windows throughout. These are fairly large windows. You do have closet space here. And then you have additional cabinets that are installed, which is great. Let's say if you have like a college student, even a small child, they love this. You know, this is good space. So I'm going to lead you into the last bedroom. And in the last bedroom, you have a bathroom also inside. So you have some closet space here, which is pretty nice. It's pretty big. And then you have another bathroom. And again, I love how the tiles go all throughout the ceiling. You have recessed lighting, glass doors, frosted glass windows, and a single sink and a mirror, which is necessary for us women. All right. This bedroom is essentially, it's not as big as the primary bedroom, but it is bigger than the bedroom that we just came from. It also has the view of the east. So the master bedroom has the view of the west. The two additional bedrooms have the view of the east. You turn over here, and that is the view of the south direction. But again, if you don't want views, you can just get yourself some window treatments and, you know, for that necessary privacy, right? It does have, again, recessed lighting and a sliding door. This home is just 6 miles from the Fort Lauderdale Beach, 3 miles from the brand new Broward Convention Center. We're talking 2 miles from downtown Las Olas, 20 to 30 minutes from Miami, Florida, and about 20 miles from Boca Raton, which is about 45 minutes. You're 6 miles from the Brightline, 4 miles from the Fort Lauderdale Airport, and we're talking about 3 miles from the port. Now, if you're thinking, Janelle, this home is perfect, or this is what I've been looking for, or maybe you're just looking for something different, the best way you can reach me is through my YouTube description here. You'll find my link there, you'll find my calendar, and you can choose your preferred method of communication, whether it's through a video chat, through Zoom, text message, email. You can just jump on a phone call. And of course, stay tuned for the next video.